not a normal dick.
That's not
a normal dick would go,
Alright. Right.
Normal dicks use less words to get the fucking.
Because that's, you know what that is? That's actually Asperger dick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ass dick?
This is one of my favorite articles. This is probably going to be the Daily Double, JustKiddingNews Daily Double. Because when I saw this,
I love the Daily Doubles.
When I saw this headline, I was like, "Holy shit! It's so good. This is so good." Are you ready? All right. From Insider, they say all those new servers at your favorite restaurant aren't just bad at waiting tables. They might wind up crashing the entire economy.
What?
Some of these new waiters, dude, not that good.
They're economy crashers, huh?
Economy crashers.
That's right. Well, yeah, they're gonna blame everything that's going on with the economy on these poor
servers.
So how do they have all the leverage,
man?
What? I need more information.
What's the article saying?
So they're saying that labor productivity is measured as a total output per hour worked, but there's much more to it than that. If you pop the hood, the measure also accounts for things like compensation of the workers, of the workforce, workers' ages, education, as well as changes in the quality of machinery, tech, and facilities that workers have to use. So they're measuring total factor productivity. And they're adding it all up to say that productivity helps us define how efficiently a society uses its resources, and it's an important signal of how quickly an economy will grow long term. Does everybody get it now?
And they're basing all of this off of Applebee's.
That's what I was gonna say.
They're basically saying that productivity, there's a sluggishness to productivity compared to previous recoveries. So usually, like you would see productivity increasing and not kind of tapering off, which is what we're seeing right now.
And that's because waiters are not objectively better than the last waiters of generation prior.
It's because people got too much money from the stimulus, so they don't have to work. So all these waiters who are coming in, they're all like young kids and shit who need to work because they didn't get no stimmies, and so now we're getting shit fucking service, and we're probably these guys are gonna crash the economy.
Makes sense.
Because we're paying a premium for them.
No, because we're paying for them at all.
Oh, so the productivity output from your average waiter does not justify what they're receiving in compensation.
That's right.
That's kind of a big ass slap in the face.
Yeah.
That's kind of what was amazing about this headline.
I think that
Is that like all at the same type of culmination of things like inflation plus like higher wages plus like the stereotype or the social like norm for tipping is suddenly like automatic 18% minimum? Like, you know what I mean? Are there all these
Well, I'm just kidding.
That's my joke, right? That's my. I fucking did it first.
On the same side.
To wake the room up, let me tell you about capital deepening.
Okay. Wake the room up.
Capital deepening is when
He said deepening.
Is when investments. I like that too. Robots, software, machinery rises more quickly than hours of labor worked.
Thank you for saying that.
Sir.
It makes sense.
So from 1990 to 2010, capital deepening was an important driver of strong productivity growth, but it stalled for nearly a decade following the financial crisis. But by 2016, things started to turn around. Ooh. Capital deepening. Falling asleep. Right, I hear you guys.
Don't worry, they're not even here anymore.
Dude, my eyes are watering.
Shouldn't we recover faster though? Because like if we think of Amazon as like the digital Costco, because things are so fast because of like automation and all that stuff, like purchases should be like
At a higher rate.
yeah, it's instant. Versus at Costco, you still got to go find the thing, whatever the thing, and go check out. Versus Amazon, it's like fucking shampoo, food, fucking chips,
And the robot goes and gets it.
yeah, and pop, 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 and it's at your house.
Have you noticed, as an employer, more people dropping off of your employee roles? Like more people quitting?
We're in a unique space.
A lot of people quit here, huh?
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
In fitness,
Go quit.
Fitness, it's a little bit different, I think, because people are in it for a passion. So I think if you have like more of the regular college type job, like you work at like a Starbucks or something like that, where most people that work at Starbucks,
What do they call those
they're not-
transitionary jobs or something?
They're not like, they're not aspiring baristas, you know, they're just like, oh, I need to make some money as I'm going through college, like we all did. I think that's a little bit
Yeah,
different.
they're always hiring.
It's not adding any value to your life.
Well, employers are noticing that many workers don't know how to do their jobs very efficiently right now, like I was mentioning earlier, right? But then there's also too much churn in the job market. Like workers are going to find a job that suits them better. They're going to get paid a bit more for that, and everyone wins. But right now, we have too much of a good thing, is what they're saying. The quit rate remains higher than it's ever been. When a worker quits one job, starts a new one, it takes time for them to learn the ropes. Yeah. So there's more people on the job who just don't know what's going on yet. And so you're noticing maybe where you are, if the waiter's like bringing you chili and you ask for soup, they don't even know what that is yet.
You're gonna fucking crash the economy with that shit.
I'm telling you, dude.
Fucking assholes, dude.
Right? Like you're like, oh, I asked for a fork, right? And they brought you a spoon because they're new. Yeah.
Have you seen those automatic Jamba Juice places?
No way.
What? You just like,
I'm in.
So
bam.
all the fruit, you can see all the fruit in these different compartments, and then when you order your drink, you see it all, and it'll like make the smoothie exactly.
They don't use real fruit.
But what's the solution? You're just innovated out of a job?
Yeah, you complain, then you're out of existence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's these security things at the casinos now. Have you seen these, Bart? Where they have like this fucking like, it looks like a dome, and it's called a security robot. I'm not kidding, it sounds like a joke. But it's like just going around like this, and it has fucking cameras on it. And honestly, I think that probably is better than a security guard that's not gonna do shit anyway. If I like fucking grab money and leave, they're not gonna do anything about it. Yeah. At least the security bot has footage of them.
Yeah, I could probably follow you out or something.
Yeah, dude.
Innovated out of a job.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But then there is the job of like, now they need a tech to fucking refill to fix your shit, so now you have to
Higher paying job.
Different, yeah.
higher paying,
And then you need somebody to like make that text outfit and their patch.
Gotta have that.
Going down that line, you know what I'm saying?
And then the tech's gotta eat. You gotta eat lunch.
That's right. So somebody's
Who's gonna make lunch for him?
And then back in the barista. Now there's
Who makes lunch for the lunch makers?
Themselves usually.
That's a business. Oh, my bad.
Oh, shit. I thought this was going to Patreon. I was like, what the fuck?
'Cause I'm at my barber, and I'm like, who cuts your hair?
He's like, I do.
Invest in that?
And he goes,
Yeah, usually it's like the people in there.
cut each other's hair, huh?
Right.
Makes sense.
And he's like, so what was that business idea that you had? And you're like, never mind.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fleeting thought.
Do you guys still feel like, because I remember right when things started opening up, I know I had this thought, and we've talked about it here, but you would see service industry wise, like, things kind of took a hit. Like, it's not as fast
Shit's
anymore.
fucked up right now.
Yeah,
like crazy.
things take a little longer.
Yeah, what's good service?
Bro, Denny's is like packed now. I saw Denny's. I was just driving by. I thought Denny's at like 10:30. It's like packed outside the fucking thing.
Hey, IHOP be always packed though.
IHOP be always packed, but not Denny's.
There's a labor shortage across the board in every single industry. It's
Even
nuts.
in like hospitals. Like, I know a couple people that work in hospitals, and they're like, dude, we've hired so many people, but they don't know what they're doing. They're not qualified to work at.
That's a place that shouldn't happen.
Why'd they hire them then?
Well, because that's when it's like, then you think about it like, oh, the manager's not really that good at figuring out what they need for this role, this position.
And there's all those
So it
stupid
goes
ass
top down.
TikToks that are like, if you've been at the same place 3 years, what are you doing with your life? So
Yeah.
you got people just fucking quitting and
Yeah.
then moving around, and then it's like it's just crazy. It feels like the entire nation is just shuffling cards right now. So there's like literally no stability.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's just being shuffled from here left to right. It's crazy.
And nobody wants those jobs.
They don't.
I think a lot of
52
people
car
don't want
pickup.
service jobs.
Hey, you remember though, like a couple weeks ago or whatever? I don't know if we did that article. There was that one dude who had been working at like Burger King or something for like 30 years.
Right.
That's so rare now.
Exactly. But then to honor him, they gave him like nothing.
That's
Right?
that's
Yeah, you gotta get-
Why
you gotta
would
get a
people
voucher.
be incentivized to be like, yeah, I just got trained here. Let me stay here for a long
You
time.
company man. You big boy. What'd you get for it, dude?
Yeah, there's no climbing the ladders through like hard work anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like there's always like these quick get in type things, and you're like seeing everybody. You're just consuming how everybody else got like super successful really, really fast.
Yeah.
So you just keep on trying to like reshuffle that deck of cards for yourself too. And I think it's just a time frame for all of us.
And there's a ceiling, right? So like, if you have worked at Burger King for 30 years, I assume you can make a Whopper faster than a new guy, but how much faster? Right?
There's a ceiling on that.
Burger King doesn't give a flying fuck if you're making it 2 seconds faster. If they can save some money.
And your pay is not going to reflect that
Exactly.
either.
They'll axe you first.
Can I ask a really strange question?
No.
So like, you know how employers have to be all inclusive to anybody who wants to work there. Yeah. if somebody had Asperger's and they're like, yeah, I want to work at this like boba place, then they have to hire them, and they don't have to disclose that they have Asperger's, right?
Yeah.
So if they're just kind of being a kind of a dick to you, and it's not because they're a dick, but that's just their condition, are you allowed to complain in that situation?
Yeah.
I think it depends on the.
Okay.
You don't know. Because you don't know if you're well one.
Because there have been some times that I had a person that I'm like, I could swear you have like a something's not.
What's his name? What's his name in Quest?
But if you saw him and you realized like, oh, this guy might be a little off, would you complain about that?
Well, that's the thing is I don't know if I'm the dick for complaining.
I don't think you would complain about that.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Because it's not his fault if this dude has Asperger's and he's like passive aggressive with everything he says and can't read social cues. That's not his fault.
Yeah, no.
Yet, if he's in that job because it's like, oh, we're not going to not hire you because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
On
still
the
like a
flip
service
side-
industry.
On the flip side,
Yeah.
if Joe's the one doing the hiring, he's gonna go outside in the waiting room. Which one of you guys got Asperger's? All right, you three that's at the front of the line. And he'll literally hire those guys just because they have that.
In the future, if I'm
So
like-
what you're saying is they're going to the wrong places.
You gotta, yeah, it's
Right.
like-minded people, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
if I'm in-
Like-minded is a good way to use Asperger's, by the way.
If I'm in an altercation with somebody in the future and they're being angry with me, I'm gonna be like, you know what, sir? I'm just gonna assume that you have Asperger's. Hope you have a nice day.
And he's like, wow, thank you.
That's like a great way to.
Yeah, I mean, because like I feel bad because like yeah.
I thought you were gonna go the other way. If somebody's being angry with you, you're like, "Excuse me, sir, I have Asperger's."
Oh, I'm so sorry. There was that really funny Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. He was being a dick to everybody, and he just told them like, "Oh, I'm on the spectrum," and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you're autistic. I'm sorry."
How many people do you think are going to use that as an excuse
And get away with it.
and get away with it?
Doesn't everyone
Like,
identify
right,
some shit? Like,
right.
oh my god, I'm
They do.
fucking my Mars this, my fucking Capricorn whatever, and because of that you have to like.
I have COVID again. I
The
have
person
COVID
with
again.
Asperger's is like,
What people use all the time that I'm getting a little annoyed about is like anxiety.
Oh yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, dude, we all have anxiety all the time.
Everyone is
Push it
hiding
down
behind
and
a
shut it-
fucking whole list of labels now, and it's like, hey, you're not dealing with me, you're dealing with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
you better
sorry.
accept all this first.
So fuck yourself.
Push it down,
I will say
swallow
the
it.
older I've gotten, the more I'm starting to feel certain anxiety that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
Like when I go to like Costco and it's like really, really busy Sunday,
Of course.
I didn't realize I could get that like fucking weirded out and like, there's too many fucking Asian moms here.
But that's why you go at 9 a.m. when they open, so you don't get anxious with all these fucking people at Costco.
They don't have samples out yet.
You're right. Then you gotta.
Nick, how could you even suggest that blasphemy right now?
Come on,
You
Nick.
gotta take the hit then.
Now we also know you're either a senior citizen or have a business account at Costco. 9 a.m. guy.
My guy.
worst thing about Costco-
Black card, my
Personal
boy.
trainer.
I need the waters.
Everyone's there and all the carts are fucking double wide, so like it's just a completely fucked situation.
And nobody's ever paying attention when they're walking around.
See, it's not. I'm not hiding behind anxiety. It's just Costco.
But you also don't
Costco's
parade
nuts.
with it, you know? You just go in and you experience it, and like, let's say you act out a line, you don't fucking go, well, excuse me, you should have known this reputation of
Yeah,
mine.
that's true. That's
People
true.
like,
This is kind of like a nice thing you're saying.
people use it as, no,
You
you're
don't do
awesome.
that. You don't do that.
People use it as like their shield.
Yeah.
You're like, don't you know I got ADHD, how dare you? Like, what the fuck?
Look at my shield. It says
What
it
the
on there.
fuck, dude?
you're like, I didn't even know you existed until I turned the corner of
Yeah.
the bakery section.
Is that a bad thing to like wonder if there would be some type of visual cue that will let you know somebody has
If somebody has one of those fucking dogs with a little like red thing around it, I'm like, great.
great, you're fucking blind? That's
God, you're such a nuisance.
Like there should be like a universal like sign language thing that like lets people like
Well, 'cause-
all Asperger's people go like this and they're like got it.
well, because that would be the I think that would be one of the worst things is like because there's this fucking guy I'll just tell you works at fucking Tiger Sugar in Little Tokyo or whatever.
Tiger sugar.
He's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
I like
And-
tiger sugar.
I know, me too. But when this guy's working, you swear that like something's wrong with him. Like he's super just like got a stick all the way up his ass.
Yeah, probably
He's-
does.
And and you just can't wrap your head around it. And at one point I was like, I just want to fucking take this whole everything in this room and just chuck it at him. But then I was like, how fucking terrible would that be if he had some kind of mental thing?
Yeah.
And then I'm the crazy guy.
But is he still just a dick too?
I think both could be
I
true.
think he's just a dick.
But then you can't. It's a dick at such a degree that you're like, no way. He's got to be a clinical.
Something has to be
He's
wrong.
clinically a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Can you
Exactly.
give us like an example of?
Okay, try to order a drink.
Okay, can I have the number 3 drink? Because I don't know what.
I'm sorry, you're confusing me because you said number 3, but you were pointing at number 2 from the trajectory that you were standing. So I need to know right away which one you're talking about.
That's Asperger.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or
I'm like, that's also a dick. He's a dick.
That's not a normal dick.
That's not
A normal dick would go. All right.
Right.
Normal dicks use less words to get the fucking.
Because that's,
Right.
you know what that is? That's actually Asperger dick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ass dick? Because if you're Asperger helpful, you'll be like, order the drink and point.
Number 3.
Freeze! Ma'am, you ordered the 3, but actually pointed at the 2. Right? Because then you're helpful. You still have Asperger's. You can't help the Asperger's.
cool,
Someone
right.
said freeze.
Freeze! Oh shit!
Freeze.
But he's Asperger's dick.